So it's important, guys, to always have something on hand. Like the title says, no meal prep, no problem. Minsan, may mga times talaga na gutom ka, but don't have any meals on hand planned. So like now, it's like almost 2:30 in the afternoon. You can't eat that much kasi you're on a caloric deficit or any kind of restricted diet. So what's important is, of course, you um, think and you plan on what you're eating. So let's take a look at the refrigerator. It has a lot of food, but the problem is it's not, you can't just eat anything. So first thing you have to think of regarding your what you can eat would be the macros of the food that you're planning to eat. For me, hindi siya masyadong important yung, well, of course, how many calories you're gonna take in this one meal is important. And we are trying to limit the total amount of calories you eat in each meal para limited din yung total calories mo for the day. But what's important for me, and you guys should think of this too, when suddenly having cravings or unplanned snacks or meals like now. So, again, quick background. If you're on a diet, if you're on a caloric deficit or any kind of restriction, malamang, most probably, you have meals planned for the day, di ba? But what if nasa labas ka? What if you're outside your house? What if you suddenly have a craving? What if you suddenly need to eat? It's like, let's say, for example, your last meal was 2 to 3 hours before now. What do? You can't just say that you don't have anything planned, so F this diet plan. Let's take today as a cheat day, ganon. That's a wrong kind of mindset. So like now, I'm hungry. I need a snack. I need a meal. I don't have anything planned for this meal. First thing to consider is we have to look for something that is kinda low in calories. So just a background, I'm in the middle of a mini cut. I'm still total intake for a day is 1,500 to 1,800. Quite a big range, pero para medyo hindi naman kasi tayo masyadong we're not in too deep into a cut. It's just a mini cut. Potentiation just for a bulk. So going to the point, what do we do to keep our meal within the boundaries of what should be in our diet? First, like pinakita ko kanina, you have to have storages of food na could help towards your diet. So like what I'm showing now, 0 calorie drinks helps a lot. And luckily, I have a can of beans. It has 150 calories, but it has 7 grams of protein, 30 grams of carbs, and almost no fat. Okay, so sakto, some eggs that I got. So, like I said, this isn't planned, but everything starts grocery or when you're going to buy things that you stock up on. So this is actually not a diet food. There is a version of this same brand, Bush's, same thing, same item, baked beans, but it's fat free. That version is supposedly the one that is in that is in the cutting plan. Pero luckily, I still have this, so I can have it. It's satiating. Beans are satiating. It has 7 grams of protein per serving. Let's see how much is one serving. It's half cup, 130 grams. 130 grams for 150 calories. 7 of those is protein, so not bad. So I can have this beans. Then I often have I always have boiled eggs here in the fridge. So they're a good emergency snack. Boiled eggs. If you want, you could. One of these days, I'm going to show how you could make a quick egg salad using low calorie mayo, mustard, hot sauce, and the ingredients you'll need would only be boiled eggs. So if you guys have questions, you can feel free to type away in the comment section. I will try to answer whatever questions I see. This is first time that I'm doing a live because it just got activated. This channel, I didn't know that going live over YouTube needs some preparatory stuff. This is the first live ever for our channel. Hopefully, I'll be able to do more lives, more live videos. For me, it's more honest kasi parang it's the more honest kind of video. No edits. You do it, you see it on the fly, you see it actual. So like for example, instead of uploading workout videos, which could be edited, you only see the best sets. Doing a live during a workout session would be more honest. It's like you're going to the workout session with us and seeing what we actually do during a session, right? So like now, this is a live. I'm here in our home, and the situation, like I said, is no meals planned, on a kinda low calorie diet. And what do you do? So like I mentioned earlier, look for a high protein food item. It's not really high protein, but the stats are not bad. 30 carbs and 77 grams protein per serve. Eggs, of course. Eggs are high in protein, necessary fats. Calories are not that high. Economically, they're not expensive either, and they're quick to prepare. So with this meal, and for each meal that I would suggest to all of you guys, aim for like 15 to 20 grams protein even on your snacks. So with this meal, if I eat like one serving of protein, one serving of beans, and then one serving of the eggs, that's already almost 15 grams of protein. Not bad, right? It's gonna be below 250 calories. So let's say, for example, you're eating less than me. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm on a 1,500 to 1,800 kilocalorie intake per day. Let's say, for example, you're eating less. Maybe you're a smaller female or a smaller guy than me. I'm not that big, and that's why 1.5 to 1.8 is already a very big deficit for me. My maintenance is around 1.8 to 2,000 right now. I'm less than 150 pounds. So, um, let's say, for example, your intake is 1,200 to 1.5. Eating a snack of 250 calories wouldn't hurt your calorie wallet for the day that much, right? 250 is just like less than 20% of your intake. And 15 grams of protein, that's what I'm saying, that's important for your snack. So for this snack, I'm going to couple it with, I could couple it with a protein shake. It depends on your plan for the day. You could add in a protein shake that boosts up your total protein intake for that window on your snack. Let's say, for example, you just finished workout. If you just finished working out, you're gonna have to take in more carbs. So I would suggest take in like 2 servings of these beans, putting your carb intake into around 60 grams. Maybe you could pair it with rice as well. I've tried that before. White rice and beans. It tastes good. It tastes great actually. I prefer rice with beans. So recently I've added in a huge bolus of my protein intake. So like maybe a meal and a protein shake, or 2 scoops of protein that would yield around 40 to 50 grams of protein, depending on your protein brand. And I put a huge chunk of that protein intake on my post-workout meal. Not really because of the anabolic window. It has since been disproven. The anabolic window is actually longer, the duration is longer than previously thought. It was an old thinking that the anabolic window just lasts around 2 hours after the workout. It's actually 24 to 48 hours after the workout. The stimulus muscle protein synthesis is raised 24 to 48 hours after the workout. But anecdotally and personally, I've experienced better gains, better recomposition if I take in a lot of protein 2 to 3 hours after the workout window. So it's not that important. No reason for you to worry so much if you can't eat a whole lot of protein after the workout. But it's not hurting your nutrition either. So like for example, if you could bring a scoop of protein into your workout so that you could consume it after your workout, it's not gonna hurt. Since you have to aim for quite a lot of protein per day, so that 1 scoop after the workout, right after the workout, within 1 to 2 hours of the workout, would help towards your goal, right? So going back to this meal, I'm going to add in a serving of lactose-free milk. This is due to my lactose intolerance. Looking at the stats, it's actually full cream milk. Okay, let me switch the camera so that it would be seen better. The stats are 158 calories, so 160 calories per serving. Protein is around 8. There is some fat, but it's okay because trans fat is very low, 0.3, and you've got all the other, you've got sodium and calcium, sugar, and it's creamy. It's good. So, like we calculated before, that's 7 grams from the beans, around 8 from one egg. If you don't like milk and you're still aiming for a bit more higher protein content, then you could add in another egg. That would be 16 for two huge eggs. By the way, the eggs that I buy are the jumbo sized eggs, extra large eggs. So for this egg, for this serving, I'm gonna use scrambled eggs. They were fried on a non-stick pan. Another tip: use non-stick pans. Non-stick pans so you could save up on oil. You wouldn't need those 120 calories per tablespoon oils. These are non-stick pans. Okay. So, there you have it. Those are my tips for emergency snacks. First is make sure that your protein intake is still high. For this meal, personally, I'm going to eat 1 serving of beans, 1 serving of eggs, and 1 serving of milk. That's 7 grams of protein, 8 grams of from the eggs, and 8 grams again from the milk. So that's 23 grams of protein for a snack. Not bad. It's above 20 already. If, for example, this is your post-workout meal, let's say some of you might be not too hungry after working out, you just need a light snack, this is also perfect. You've got 30 grams of carbs from your beans, 12 grams, I think. Yeah, 12 grams of carbs from your milk, and almost no carbohydrates from your eggs. So that's already 40 grams of carbs. Perfect for a post-workout meal as well. Remember that carbohydrates are anabolic, very anabolic. It is required for the muscle. Muscles would grow better if you've got carbs in. If the insulin gets activated and the glucose in your bloodstream or the glycogen in your muscles get shuffled into the muscles and get metabolized, it would help you build muscle faster and better, help you recover faster. So don't be afraid of carbs. Carbs are very useful. The only issue is overconsumption of carbs leading to overconsumption of calories, not carbs. So for example, you take in like 600 grams of carbs a day. That's 2,400 calories only from carbs, just from the carbs, because 1 gram of carb is 4 calories. So that's already 2,400 calories, and that's already way above, most probably way above your calorie wallet for the day. So don't be afraid of consuming carbs. Just make sure that you still take in carbs for your, especially after the workout. It's very anabolic. So, how do I design my daily nutrition intake for let's say if I'm on a diet? I eat around 4 to 5 times a day. The first meal when you wake up should be a lot of protein. You could put in your fats there, you could put in carbs there, but the most important thing for your first meal would be protein, because you came from a very long fast. Assumingly, if you took in more than 7 hours of sleep, then that means you haven't eaten for more than 7 hours. So that's the first thing in the morning. Of course, after you rehydrate again, since you've slept for a long time, you haven't been drinking water, so you have to hydrate. So when you wake up in the morning, first thing you do, hydrate, drink maybe 1 or 2 glasses of water, and then make sure that your first meal contains a lot of protein. So more often than not, I I have the liberty of eating anything I want for breakfast. So I eat rice. I'm Filipino, so I love rice. Asian countries usually take in a lot of rice, so that's a good opportunity to eat your rice during your first meal, and then make sure that you have a lot of protein in your breakfast as well, because muscle protein breakdown is already on a very high level. You haven't had any amino acids for hours. Make sure that your body gets its fill of protein so that it has its amino acids when you wake up. So that would be the first meal. Lunch or a snack, it depends on you, it depends on your workout. If you could program most of your carbohydrate intake pre-workout, I would suggest most of your carbs should be taken in before and after the workout. So for example, you're on a diet and today is a workout day, it's not your rest day. You could design your meals for the day. First meal would be high in protein, possibly with some fats. So maybe get a protein shake. That would be 20 to 25, sometimes even 30 grams of protein in that protein shake alone. That would be enough. And then take in your fried bacon. Bacon is good, right? Fried fish, whatever, eggs. Be just make sure that you're not eating way too many calories on your first meal alone. So first meal, the important thing is protein. 20 to 30 grams of protein on your first meal. For the pre-workout and post-workout meal, pre-workout meal, you have to have some carbs. A lot of carbs if you plan to work out for quite a long time. Maybe 2 hours, 1.5 hours, eat a lot of carbs. If it's just a quick workout, you don't need too many carbs pre-workout. It's better if you put it after the workout. Since I mentioned earlier, carbs are anabolic. So personally, I work out more than an hour each session. I work out hard, so I take in carbs pre-workout. Post-workout, again, carbs for repair, anabolism, and protein. Protein isn't that important for your pre-workout meal, by the way. Do take in protein if you have to have let's say for example you're trying to hit 100 grams of protein per day, so and then you're planning to eat 4 times that day, then definitely you have to have at least 25 grams of protein per meal. 100 divided by 4 is 25. So like I said, the first meal already had 25. Second meal, if you're eating only 4 times a day, pre-workout meal should be also 25 grams protein. post-workout should be 25 grams protein again, and then your last meal, maybe before your bedtime, the last 25, so with that you could hit your protein intake of 100. But if you're not really chasing, or you're not having a hard time taking in protein, let's say for example in your first meal, in your breakfast, you already took in 30 to 40 grams. On your pre-workout meal, you could skip out on the protein. Just have your bolus of protein after the workout instead. So, um, 30 to 40 in your first meal, skip the protein on your second meal, on your pre workout meal. Post workout meal, put in a lot of carbs, a lot of protein, and then just a bit of protein, maybe slow digesting protein like casein, yogurt, dairy, on your last meal before you sleep. So everything depends on how many calories you take in for the day, how much protein your body needs, and how many meals a day you eat. Uh, it's very dependent on you, on the person, and it's dependent on what you're going to do for the day as well. What I described earlier is a workout day while on a diet. What if you're not on a diet? What if you're bulking? What if you're not working out? What if it's a rest day? It's gonna be different. So, um, let's get on with this meal. It's quite simple actually. So, of course, I'm just gonna heat this serving of egg, and then I'm just gonna drink this serving of milk. Uh, this one, um, it's already pre-cooked. So all you have to do is just heat it, right? So for me, I'm gonna use microwave, empty the contents into a microwave for so I'm just gonna empty these contents into maybe a Tupperware, see, so that I could use it for later. Since one can has 6 servings, and I'm not gonna eat all those servings at once, I'm going to heat it and then eat just a little. Saves time as well, so that I could eat the meal in a future time. Beans are perfect because one, they're canned beans. I mean, they're easy to prepare, easy to eat. Two, they don't spoil that quickly. You just put it in the fridge. Three, like I described earlier, they're a they have very good stats. They have very good nutrition values. So I'm just gonna heat this in our microwave. It takes around 2.5 minutes, and I'll be able to do my snack. Started out 2:30, and it's barely even 3 p.m. and I'll be able to eat my snack in just like, I don't know, 10 minutes, 5 minutes max. So there you have it. Tips, snacking guides, some nutrition guides, and hopefully you guys would be able to see us again on our next live. Hopefully it's a gym session so that you guys could join us. If you have questions, feel free to send them over the comments, and I'll try to answer them even during a later time. See you guys.